Today we're taking a closer look at something that takes the living room experience and pushes it outdoors. I'm talking about the SYLVOX Outdoor TV with rolling stand and soundbar, a massive 75-inch 4K UHD QLED Smart TV built specifically for partial sun and outdoor spaces. Now, you guys know how I love testing gadgets that actually solve a real-world problem, and one of those problems has always been TVs outdoors. You want that backyard setup, maybe for game nights, barbecues, pool parties, or even just chilling on your patio. But the moment you bring a standard indoor TV outside, you hit all the usual problems: reflection, brightness issues, weather risk, and just overall durability. That's where something like this SYLVOX comes in. It's purpose-built for the outdoors, and the specs are seriously impressive. So, let's break it down. First, the display itself. We're looking at a 75-inch 4K UHD QLED panel, so you're getting those really deep blacks, wide color coverage, and HDR that pops. On top of that, it's got 1000 nits of brightness, which might not sound as crazy as some full-sun TVs with 2000 nits, but remember, this is optimized for partial sun environments. So if you've got a covered patio, a deck, or any semi-shaded outdoor area, this is the sweet spot. It gives you enough brightness to cut through reflections while not blasting your eyes in a shaded zone. And speaking of reflections, this panel has anti-glare coating. That makes a huge difference outdoors. Indoor TVs usually turn into mirrors as soon as sunlight hits them. This one's treated so you can actually watch a game during the day without constantly adjusting your chair to escape glare. Now let's talk about durability, because if you're putting a TV outdoors, you can't baby it the way you would inside. This SYLVOX is IP55 rated, meaning it's resistant to dust and water. So rain, splashes, humidity, none of that's going to kill this TV. It's built with weatherproof materials that actually feel premium. The frame is solid, the back is sealed, and you can just tell it's designed to live outdoors for the long haul. One of my favorite touches with this model is the rolling stand. I know a lot of outdoor TVs are wall-mounted permanently, which is fine for some setups. But this one gives you mobility. You can roll it out when you need it, tuck it away when you don't, or even reposition it depending on the sun. That flexibility is super underrated. For renters, or for anyone who doesn't want to drill into brick or stone walls, the rolling stand is just a lifesaver. Now add in the soundbar that comes with it. Usually, outdoor TVs ship with basic speakers that sound thin, because again, they're designed to survive, not necessarily to impress. But this package includes a weatherproof soundbar that's tuned to give you much better audio presence. You're not going to get Dolby Atmos level immersion like a home theater sound system, but for movies, sports, and music outdoors, it delivers clean highs, solid mids, and enough bass that you don't feel like you're listening to a laptop speaker. And since it's weatherproof too, you don't have to worry about leaving it outside. Alright, let's get into the smart features. This SYLVOX runs on a smart platform that supports Google Assistant. That means you get voice control for searches, volume adjustments, app launching, you name it. And of course, you've got access to all the apps you'd expect: Netflix, Prime Video, YouTube, Hulu, Disney+, and more. It's basically a full smart TV experience, outdoors. Performance-wise, it's smooth. The UI doesn't lag, apps load fast, and I had no problem streaming 4K HDR content. Plus, with built-in Wi-Fi, you don't need to drag a bunch of cables outside. Now, let's talk viewing angles. Outdoors, you're often watching with a group, whether it's family, friends, or a bunch of people watching the big game. This panel is designed with wide viewing angles, which means even people sitting way off to the side get a good picture. You don't have that typical dimming or color shift when you move away from center. For gamers, yes, you can hook up a console. It's got HDMI ports, USB, and everything you need. Playing on a 75-inch screen outdoors? That's a pretty wild experience. Latency isn't marketed as super low like a dedicated gaming monitor, but for casual gaming, it's more than fine. Now, in terms of real-life